the Phosphorus police station. Can someone, somewhere, let's explain the following. You remember Judge Ratamokwatleng making an order that we should be going to that court. Do you remember that? Oh, you've forgotten, I see. So, you remember the question being asked, when are we going to that court? Remember Advocate Baloy answering the question, we'll need about 2 days of preparation. Fast forward, Gininda comes to court to testify about the Phosphorus police station. But that order to go back to go and see Phosphorus police station has not even it has not materialized. Can you kindly make it make sense to me? We'll talk more about that. Park that. Talk to me about this man Longwe. Why is the state scared to call Longwe to the stand? He's still alive. I mean, he's just a phone call away. He has been has recently been sentenced by the Randburg Magistrate Court. Few months ago, he was there. He has made repeated appearances at the Randburg Magistrate Court. Please make it make sense to me. You want to speak about Longwe. You want everybody to comment about Longwe, but you don't call Longwe. When the same state wanted people to talk about the downloads and everything, they went and they called the right people who handle the matters of downloading. Didn't they? They did. But suddenly when it comes to Longwe, you have no intention of calling Longwe to come and testify. Please make it make sense to me. I'm probably dumb. I admit, I accept. Make it make sense to me then. Why will you not call Longwe if everything that we are doing is in the interest of justice? If on the Senzo Meyiwa case, the state is in pursuit of the interest of justice and pursuit of justice, tell me, why don't we have Longwe? Why are we now doing this in court?
Brigadier Gininda, the video footage is going to be shown.
Yes.
Brigadier Gininda, there's a person depicted on a video with a cap and wearing jeans. Are you able to recognize or identify that person?
That is correct, my lord. It is Mr. Longwe.
The vehicle depicted on the footage, are you able to identify the vehicle?
Indeed, my lord, yes. It is a vehicle it's a BMW X6 that was belonging to the deceased. It's his vehicle that he had then.
And are you able to comment regarding the movement or the gait of the person that you've identified as Mr. Longwe?
Well, yes, my lord. He seems to be walking fine, contrary to what was put to me, that he may, or that where I was told that he was limping and there was a shooting and on the ankle. So that's what I see on the footage. It's not an indication of someone who sustained an injury, particularly a bullet wound injury on the ankle. I don't think someone would walk like that, in my view, my lord.
But as an investigative officer in this matter, are you able to identify the house where the footage is depicted?
Indeed, yes. That is the house, the 1335 Kutwano Street, the crime scene, my lord. That is the house where the deceased was shot, and that is the house that belongs to the Kumalos in Phosphorus.
And looking at the contents of the video, are you able to, as an investigating officer, to identify the occasion?
My lord, my understanding, although there's no date there, if one followed the sequence of the events, and my understanding of the request that was put to NCA from the state side was that it was a request for the video or activities of the 27th of October 2014. That is now the day in which, that is the following day subsequent to the incident taking place, the murder now of the deceased. So based on that, my lord, I will put then the date of the 27th of October 2014 during the day, because one can see that was during the day and the incident would have taken place at night, according to the docket, my lord.
You see, some of you, when there was a comment about Nisi, some of you were angry. Yeah, Nisi this, Nisi that. It's because you don't know what we know. You don't understand what we understand. You have not seen what we have seen. We who are following this case on a day-to-day basis, we remember these small details on this case. We remember them very well. We remember the fact that there are so many orders made by Judge Rata that Baloyi and his team have never adhered to. But when we talk about it, people think that, no, you guys are just crazy. You are crazy enthusiasts. Whatever name you want to give us. Now, you may say whatever you want to say to us. But there's one thing we know, is that the voice and the authority of Judge Rata Mogoeng, when it comes to the state, is null and void. It does not exist. So long as that order is pertaining to the state. What happened to the all the AVL record? What happened to that? Do you know that those things were never brought before court? What happened? Did the judge I'm just giving you an example of things that the judge have said in court. The state never complied with such. Listen, I want you to make it make sense to me. We were supposed to go to, we, I mean them, we're supposed to travel from Pretoria. Baloyi said they are sorting the issues of security. Boom! Brigadier Keninda is now testifying on the directions and everything. What if the accused is going to point out at things that happened at First Lawrence Police Station? What if? It's so strange and so weird that we are seeing all of this happening in front of us, but we're supposed to believe that everything that is being done here is in pursuit of justice. That's the problem. You say that word, pursuit of justice. That's what horrifies me. Okay. Now, tell me why. Tell me why do we want everybody else? We go as far as getting the footage from ENCA to prove Longwe never had, Longwe was not limping. We saw Longwe going to court, he has been limping. What if Longwe was on some pills on the day so that he doesn't limp? You know what happened with the army. When things are happening in the army, they've got certain injections that they can give you. You will not feel the pain. You and I know this as a matter of fact, that if you have any sickness, the best way, for instance, to deal with sickness, there are pills that can numb the pain, completely numb the pain. What if he was in such things? If this was a pursuit of justice, why don't we take Longwe to... Longwe is still alive. We can just take Longwe to a medical institution where they will examine Longwe. Simple. They will be able to tell whether there was a penetration of a bullet or not. Simple, basic. But we don't do that. We just want everybody else to comment about the situation, painting a specific narrative around the situation without providing substantial evidence that can stand and nobody can refute or rebut because it's substantive, because it comes from an expert instead of us. Mangiti us, I mean the state. Instead of us doing that, we don't want that. We avoid the easiest thing in this entire thing. We avoid everything but to just take Longwe, call Longwe, take Longwe to a medical institution like we did with accused number 3, Mr. Carlos Gadla Mngube. Simple. But no, we avoid all of that. We avoid all of something that could have brought everything to peace. It's completely destroy every narrative that exists. Why are we avoiding all of that? We just focus on talking about the things around it, but not wanting to subject this person. This is a human being. If there was a bullet in his body or whatever there, medical experts will tell us. Why don't we do that? There is a state facility that the court wouldn't pay for that. No, we avoid that. We just want things that will make us look like we are working. That's the funny part. There's some shenanigans that are happening here. We've been telling you this is a circus, and I believe it now. I've been believing it. But I'm asking you simple, basic, yet fundamental question that we are avoiding to do the most simplest thing ever. Straightforward. Call Longwe. Ask him the questions. If he refuse that, let's say he refuse. Say Longwe, medical examination. Done. I ask this question yet again. Whose interest does the state represent on the Senzo Mayiwa trial? It's a rhetorical question. If you like, you can answer it on the comment section below. Maybe you didn't hear it very well. Maybe I should repeat this question. A rhetorical question for that matter. Whose interest does the state represent on the Senzo Mayiwa trial? You are your own judge, having followed the case. 2, probably another rhetorical question too. Well, happens to be point number 2. Tell me I don't understand. Tell me I don't know. Why? And I repeat, why have we not taken the court, everybody else, like we've seen on the Jocelyn Smith case? Take them to the crime scene, view everything. In this case, take them to Fort Loras, which is also a crime scene. Let the accuser explain that, okay, when I was saying this is what I was talking about. Why do we allow Keninda to walk ahead on the narrative? What are they trying to do? If what they told the court is nothing but the truth as they've taken the oath, if that is the truth, tell me something. Tell me, why do you want to go ahead and control the narrative? If, as per the oath, you are telling nothing but the truth, why do you want to convince people that, no, I know the error, this is how it looks? Why? Why don't you take them there? Why are you hiding? Well, hey, self-appointed expert, blah, 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 blah. Hey, Nina, there's something that that is bothering me here. Kunobu shenanigans, kunobu snake, abo cobra, abo what. It's giving something. You know, since it's giving, please take it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to ask you this simple question, and you have to answer me honestly. Do you think, and I repeat, do you think that the state has an interest of giving the Sons of Mayowa family, the accused, the witnesses, and the public justice about Sons of Mayowa, for Sons of Mayowa? Do you think there is an intention from them to give us the truth, or to reveal the truth, and bring everybody into the book? I don't want to make this video long. No. That's not my intention. But you know what's my intention? Well, my intention was to ask these questions that are bothering my mind, because when I think about it, and the more I meditate on these questions, it's the more I have sleepless night. Maybe it's because I am thinking too much about the Sons of Mayowa trial, where I should not be thinking too much about the trial. I don't know. Maybe that's the problem about me. Well, HD, whatever you call it, OCD, whatever, man. But you have to tell me why. Like why? Why? Why are we being subjected to this? Why are we being put into this? I don't get it. Maybe you do. You will have to tell me in the comment section below. Today, I thought to myself, let me stop by. Not because I want to provide you with a little bit of answers, but I want to distract you with a lot of right questions, with the hope that somebody, somehow, somewhere will answer some of my questions. I am not expecting you, because you are a self-appointed expert. Maybe you are not a medical expert. I'm not expecting you to give me an answer. Maybe you are. Maybe. Again, you will provide me with an answer. So I stopped by in this YouTube channel to come and ask you a little bit of questions that and there, trying to understand. And I'm trying to understand. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm simply trying to understand, what are we all about here? Why are we doing this? What's for? What's the benefit of everything that we're doing here? Is it the... Wait, I almost say... Is it to benefit the Sons of Mayowa family, the accused? No. But I remember that I have no obligation to ask such a question. Whether whatever we are doing, whether this process is aiming at bringing justice for the Mayowa family, or the accused, or for you and I, because we are emotionally invested in this thing. So we deserve to know the truth. It's a fact that cannot be disputed. That's why we are there in the Constitution, to say the public deserve justice. So you and I, as the public, while others are calling us self-appointed experts, but they forget one thing: we are there on the Constitution because we are the public. When it says the public, it doesn't exclude, right? That's what other people are forgetting. It does not discriminate. You can be from the public, but being an expert, there's nothing wrong about that. You can't be a member of the public while being a lawyer. So you hold a view of from an expert, while others are calling us self-appointed expert. I'm just reminding everybody here, because someone seems to forget that, what if we've got a degree in law? What if we've got a medical certificate? What if we are graduates in this thing? What if we hold a degree in forensic investigation? What if? I'm just saying. So when the public speak, you don't want to listen, because you don't know who's talking to you. That's why I've got a responsibility, an obligation to respect everybody here. Why? Because I don't know who am I talking to. Probably talking to a forensic expert. I don't know. DNA expert? I don't know. Cell phone expert? I don't know. You could be one of those. Or maybe, just maybe, you're not an expert, but you know something. Maybe you don't even know something, but you can see when somebody's lying. You can see through their eyes that when you are a liar and the truth does not abide in you. Maybe, I'm just saying. Bang shisisa ne? Yeah, we can all agree that bang shisisa. Mkhumle ushe jacket because iyashisa ngaphakathi emhluzweni yami, umoya wami ufuthumele. Yibo.